Good morning. Hopefully you're getting the week started off right. It's last week of July, so of course it's hot here in central Louisiana, but we should have some relief in what, 3 or 4 months? What I want to do is spend some time telling you about the escrow process in Louisiana. So buyers get excited, they sign that contract, the seller, puts their initials and signature on it as well, and they think they move in the house. Well, there's a lot of stuff that happens. The first thing we typically do is do a home inspection. And you don't want to buy a house that's got a bunch of problems or something you're not comfortable with. So we have typically a professional home inspector go out, and based on his or her findings, they'll issue a report. And we can negotiate some of those repairs out with the seller. Or if it's just minor items, maybe we move on ahead. Once the inspection period is complete, a lot of the stuff that happens behind the scene, and you don't even hear about it unless there's a problem. The bank will order an appraisal. Once we're done with the inspections, we'll call your lender up and say, hey, go ahead and order the appraisal and let's get started. That sets a chain of events into motions, and a lot of it happens kind of concurrently. The appraisal is designed not to protect you, the buyer. It's designed to protect the person or entity loaning you the money. So they'll send a licensed appraiser out, and he or she will simply say, one, the house is worth what the buyer has offered, and two, condition-wise, it meets the criteria for the loan. Well, some people will say, why do I need a home inspection if the appraiser's going to look at it anyway? Well, some appraisers are tougher than others on condition. Frankly, if you could pick the appraiser out, you might not need a home inspection, but since the financial crisis, they kind of frown on that, letting us pick out the appraiser. So get your home inspection. While the appraisal is happening, your lender will also order what's called Tidal Work. In Louisiana, we use attorneys for this. It gives you a little extra protection. And they'll go back and look at the chain of ownership in the property from the time it was built until current times. And they'll make sure that each time it was sold, it went down the way it was supposed to. So in other words, there's not a third cousin twice removed out there that may still own the home you're trying to purchase. If they find something, typically during our escrow period, they have plenty of time to fix it. If we need an extension, typically in our contracts, we'll put an additional 30 days in there just to give the attorney some time to work. Once we get literally to the day before closing, or even the morning of, we'll do what's called a final walkthrough. We'll go out to the house. It's our chance to ensure that all the agreed upon repairs from the inspection are complete, and also just to make sure the house is in the same or better condition as when the offer was written. In Louisiana, a lot of times sellers will quote unquote forget to mow the lawn for about 3 weeks and the grass will be up to your knees. This is our chance to call the listing agent and say, hey man, mow the yard, please. This is not a new home inspection. So in other words, you can't walk in there and say, I really don't like that roof. I know we didn't say anything about it in the home inspection, but let's go ahead and see what they'll do. Maybe they'll give us some money. That's not what this is about. It's just to ensure the house is in the same or better condition, and any agreed upon repairs are done. Sometimes my buyers are even too busy to fool with these. I always go out and make sure, because you never know, a pipe might have burst or something. And the last step, and the one that is most memorable, is closing. We go to the attorney's office, we sit down, you sign a whole bunch of paperwork, and before you know it, you're in debt for the next 30 years, but you get the keys to an awesome house. My name's Doug Rogers, owner of Bayou Properties Realty. If you need anything, reach out to me on the website, click the little link here, or give me a call, 318-613-1994. Make it a great day.